What's up everyone, this is SliferKing here, and today join me for another one of my, I guess you could say, random videos, where today I'm going to be testing out the recently released Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown demo. So yes, this was definitely a little bit of a surprise to have a demo of Test Drive Unlimited dropped, but yeah, I'm quite curious about this game. So at the moment it's scheduled to release on September the 12th. After having a couple of delays. From what I've seen online, it does look like they have improved some of the visuals potentially of the game, but I'm going to be curious to see what this is like to actually test out. So if you want to check out this demo, by the way, you have until I believe the end of this Sunday, and then the demo is taken offline. So this demo is only available for 10 days. Alright, so I should add, by the way, when I first signed into the demo, it did require me to make a kind of a account for the developer. So yes, just bear that in mind. Right, so classic cars, Western District. So one other thing I have seen is that some of the cars in this demo are duplicated. That's probably either to hide some of the cars that will be on the final launch. Yeah, that'll be possibly to hide some of the cars on the final launch, or it's to save potential data, I think. So one thing that is confirmed is that we get... Okay, so it's kind of showing us some of the classic cars. So I can see, so that's an Alpine in front of us. There's a Porsche in the background. So we just saw a Bentley. Oh, here we go. Right.
Ah, good. Perfect timing. What do you think of the dealership? As part of the competition, we have made many places like this one available across the island. We want to ensure our participants have access to the best cars possible. However, you won't be able to drive some of these cars until you've gained enough reputation. The organization has the means to match its ambitions. And as it happens, here are the first 3 cars available to start the competition. Take your pick. The Solar Crown would like to credit your account with your first solar coins. As for me, I must leave you for the time being, but I imagine we'll have the pleasure of speaking again. In the meantime, you can now compete against other members of the Solar Crown. Good luck!
Okay, so first things first, I did notice that admittedly the NPC was a bit, like it's fine, but I noticed that the eyes are a bit stiff, but obviously the main point of a racing game is the cars. So in the demo we've got 3 choices of cars. So first off we have the Ford Mustang GT, then over there we've got the Nissan 370Z, and over there we've got the Alpine. So yes, so those are the 3 cars that you can start off with. However, we do have a couple of other cars Most notably for me is probably this, the Aston Martin DB11 from 2018. If you've been following the channel for quite a long time, you'll know I'm definitely partial to an Aston Martin. Then we've got the Nissan GTR. I don't know if this is the Nismo version. I think this is the regular one. R35. Yes, I think that's the regular version. Another car we've got is the Mercedes G-Wagon. G65 Final Edition. And then the last car in this dealership is the Corvette Z7. ZR1 version. Now I should mention that you can test drive these. So yeah, you can test drive these. But since this is a demo, I'm going to be quite curious about which one I'm going to go for. So I've got 150,000 credits. So normally when it comes to buying a car in racing games, I normally like to go for ones that have good handling. And no disrespect, but I don't think the Mustang quite fits that bill. So the Alpine is a bit of an unknown because I've not had a racing game with the Alpines. At least I don't think so. Yeah, 2018. So okay. So just like with some of the other test drive games, you can like mess around with some of the interiors. Although I don't think you can move the boot, so the bonnet. Alright, so let's enter the car. So if you're wondering, Alpine is a French French car. It's part of the Renault family. So the dashboard, as you can see. So yeah, the dashboard, as you can see, is got in the French colours. Oh yeah, you can start the engine. Seems fine. Okay, so that's the Alpine. You know what? Just to be interesting, just to be unusual, I'm actually going to go for the Alpine because I have no idea what the Alpine's like, so I'm going to be quite
If you're not
curious about
sure
that.
which car to choose, try it out first. That's what the test drive is for.
So it's 96,000. So I'm just going to pick this up. So got colours. Well, I mean it's Alpine, so I'm going with Alpine Blue. I have a habit of doing that, of trying to keep the car, mostly as it is. Okay, so the three interiors: black leather with blue stitches and suede wheel, and then we got brown leather. I'm just gonna stick with standard. Wheels, not really a fan of that. Do prefer that one. So let's go with the Alpine. Okay, so welcome to the Solar Crown. Increase your reputation, so everyone who you are.
Congratulations. Have fun with your brand new car.
So I'm going to skip that just because it sounded like there was a little bit of static noise in the background. So for anyone that isn't that seems to be happening a lot. Sorry. For anyone that's not too familiar with this game, so this is set on the island of Hong Kong. So it's supposed to be a 1-for-1, like roughly a 1-for-1 scale representation. Obviously, not every building will be exactly as it is probably in real life.
Congratulations on acquiring your very first car. This is when you fully enter the tournament.
You can now take part in the first races of the Solar Crown. Your car is already eligible for the races. All you need to do is go to the starting locations.
Thank you, Alice. All the races are grouped together around meeting points, which makes it easier for you to meet other participants. Do well in these races to start making a name for yourself.
I have updated my firmware. I have also connected you to my other users, if that's of interest to you. They have just finished the selection process.
So, before we do any of the stuff, I just want to go over a couple of things. So, yes, as you can see, compared to previous test drive games, this one definitely is not going to be as. This one's definitely not going to be as large. The map detail is quite. I think the map detail is quite good. Like you got decent. Like you got elevation changes. You got individual roads. You got probably some significant buildings. So yes, there are hidden wrecks. But because this is the demo version, I probably won't be bothering with those because you need all districts to be unlocked in order to get those, so there's not really much point. One thing I have seen online is that certain things do require certain requirements, so like they require certain levels. Also, I've just noticed, what is my avatar? I might have to check that because it's quite interesting. So yes. So like, if you want to test drive certain cars, like I think, oh no, a better example would be in the test drive. So in the Solar Hotel, you need to be level 5 to access certain things. Oh, so that's another player. Okay. The one thing I don't know yet is whether it will be fully online. Okay, that's headlights. That's photo mode. Just trying to work out how to access the miscellaneous menu.
I have updated your access rights to the onboard equipment. You can now turn on your lights, lower your
That's
windows,
map.
and choose a radio station. In 200 meters, turn right. Turn right, then turn left.
Okay, so graphics wise, if you're wondering, I'm using my computer has
In
a
200 meters, turn right.
no, I need to work out to change camera. That's map. That's so this is kind of your like start menu type scenario. So like home, cars, so the crown. Ah, it's analog. Okay. Spawn.
Turn right, then turn left.
Okay, that's handbrake.
Turn left.
Okay, so that's that one. Okay, so the one thing I haven't noticed yet, so the one thing I haven't worked out is how to access like your window wipers and probably roofs at some point. Okay, so this is a lap race. Just gonna do it as standard. Okay, so as you can see, by default it will try and add other players, but yeah, I wonder if there will actually be like an online mode, because I do prefer my stuff kind of offline if possible. But yeah, obviously we'll have to see about that when the final product is announced. I think they said at launch it is going to be online only, but yeah, I don't know what the future will hold. But let's see what the race is like. Okay, that was a bit aggressive, not gonna lie. Using another car as a way to stop. Okay, so that's camera. One thing I will have to get used to is like the different slightly different handling mechanics, because I've been so used to other racing games recently. Careful. Okay, so it seems to be going okay. So it does feel like that is not. It does feel like that it's not the quickest car to turn, but it could just be me. I think this car in real life is rear-wheel drive as well. that's a bit... Ooh, okay, the frame rate is dropping a bit. Okay. So I think the handling might be a bit more stiff than I was expecting, but also this car's taking quite a bit of damage on its sides. Okay, so what I'm probably going to do now is I'm going to go to the hotel to have a look around. Now the one thing...
You have increased your reputation. Congratulations. Your reputation is extremely important in the Solar Crown. It's what makes you a legend. The more you take part in events around the island, the more attention you'll receive. And with more reputation, you'll gain access to races and cars that are only available to a select few.
I've marked your next race. You can open your map to check its location.
Okay, so yeah, as you can see, so reach reputation level 5 to access this car garage. Right, but what I'm going to do is... Oh yeah, so... Looks like fast travel might be unlocked by default, potentially. But I'm not quite sure. Right, so let's check out the hotel.
In 200 meters, turn right.
Now, one thing that I have noticed is that
In 400 meters, turn left.
now why is that thing down there? Now, I don't know if that's a wreck. Hold on, one thing I'm going to check is... Can I check options? There we go, options. Settings, video, borderless, contrast, configuration, light. Okay, so I can increase the settings slightly. Okay, that definitely is better. Right. Right, so lighting wise, that does look better now. Okay, so I had it on low settings at first, but you can turn it up. Let's see if I can improve the quality of the buildings. So, what do we want? Character quality, vegetation, car quality, texture quality? This setting affects the way graphical details is rendered, ensuring textures remain constant. Reflection quality. Okay, so that can be turned on. Leave that. Water quality. Okay, so it looks like my settings by default is probably going to be high. I don't think I can go any lower than that. Textures is by far the most, more than half of that.
Turn left.
Okay, so let's have a look at the Solar Hotel.
You have arrived.
Oh, I've reached level 5 as well. That's quite handy.
The Solar Crown wishes to inform you that a new bulletin is incoming.
Oh, okay, I have to look at something.
The
Solar
25.
Crown is there to help you in the competition. You can now access our workshops. The workshops are fitted out with cutting-edge technology and fully automated. You can upgrade every little detail of your cars. The Solar Crown Committee wants to congratulate you on your recent progress. They're offering you some solar coins so you can buy your first car part. Don't worry, Alyssa can tell you everything you need to know.
I've unlocked several new races for you, but it looks like your current car doesn't meet their restrictions. This means you can't enter the race. You need to go to the workshop to make these modifications. It will help if I teach you how to upgrade your car. I have marked a workshop on your map. Let's go there and get our hands dirty.
Okay, so I can't actually go inside the hotel yet because I have to go to the workshop, which is ironic. So maybe I should have fast traveled to the hotel. Right. Well, I'm probably going to make this quick because I don't want this video to go on too long, admittedly. So this is the Chai 1 district? District 8, apparently. I am probably going to get some names wrong. I'm not going to lie. So if you're wondering about settings, so like I said, I'm running a 2080 NVIDIA graphics card. Apparently that is the recommended graphics card to have while using this game. Obviously, to reach its full potential, you will need much more powerful ones, graphics card wise. But yeah, I will probably need to do some more like testing, experimenting to see what are generally my best settings. Okay, so guess we'll customize the car.
Welcome to the workshop. Here you can buy and install parts or change the appearance of your car to stand out more on the road. But first, let's modify what's underneath the hood. Installing a part increases the car's performance rating, or with the workshop interface, you can easily see how a particular part.
So the money I just earned from that race is pretty much now gone. Okay, cosmetics. So cosmetics parts. So we've got a whole load of tyres, including what someone pointed out is some aftermarket wheels, which I found quite interesting to hear actually. So just wheels. Okay, we've got windows. There's the steering again. I suppose the one other good thing about releasing a demo is that it kind of can stress test the servers a little bit, so that should hopefully help its release in September. That's probably another good thing, I suppose, about releasing the demo, because I know they've done closed alphas and betas, I think, but this is like the first wide release. I will say, by the way, that is actually one thing I'm definitely going to be curious about, because
Congratulations on your first upgrade.
Don't forget, if you want better parts to become available, you need to increase your reputation.
right, I'm just going to fast travel there because I don't want this video to go on too long, so let's go inside. Right, so the Solar Hotel. So this is basically our base of operations in the game. Test Drive is kind of renowned for its like houses. TDU2 especially, like you could customize your own houses and avatars. So yeah, so it'll be interesting to see if that type of mechanic is introduced in the future. But at launch, it will just be the Solar Hotel. So yes, what I was saying earlier was, this developer has previously made some of the I think it's the Dirt Rally games. So they're quite experienced when it comes to off-road racing games. So I'm definitely going to be quite curious to test out the off-road mechanics of this game to see how that fares up. Also, that is a lot of entrances for a hotel. Like, is it? I think it's 6 entryways. That's a lot. Right, so we're just going to have a little bit of a look around here, and then we'll probably, I suspect I'll probably wrap up the video. Okay, so this is, as you can see, this is the lobby. I think in the final version there will be a display car here, if I'm correct. Okay, so we've got the clothing store there. We've got a beauty salon, which is basically editing your character. So let's go to the clothes store first. So these are some of the items you can get in the demo. So some of the t-shirts. What do I reckon? By the way, one thing I have noticed is that in the character customization, you can actually change the gender of your character at will. So you don't have to worry about like starting off as a different character. You can then just change it. Turtleneck. Actually, I quite like the green. Actually, quite like that. So let's go with jackets. So we got dresses, dressing gowns, watches, driver gloves, socks, shoes. Oh, there we go. Okay, so quite a few of the shoes are already selected. So we've got outfits, but that's not currently available. And then we've got emotes, that's like for the race endings. And yeah, so that'll be my temporary look for now. Okay, let's actually go to our apartment in the game. Now, like I said, when it comes to the apartments, hopefully in the final version, at some point, maybe not necessarily in release, but hopefully we do get some kind of customization of apartments. So yeah, that would be nice. Right, okay, so this is what the living room looks like in your hotel. Well, I think it's technically a hotel. So this is actually kind of a neat thing. Like the mirror is kind of digital, so you can see some of your challenges. Then you've got dressing room, and I think that's it. Actually, let's open the wardrobe just to see if the layout. Okay, so the layout is the same as the store. Okay, and I think that's it. So let's open interface. Okay, not much else. So calendar, interesting. They've got a calendar, so maybe they do special, like limited events. Daily challenges. Okay, that's intriguing. Right. So it definitely looks like there's some online challenge-based stuff going on. That's for sure. But yes, so that's probably actually I know where I'm going to end the video. So one other thing that the hotel does have, I don't think it had it in its initial beta, I think, is it does have a garage of some type. Definitely one of my favourite things about the original test drive was managing the garages. Yeah, it was definitely managing the garages. Oh, I think you have to go to the main door if I'm correct. Yeah, so in the original test drive and TDU2, you could choose where your cars went. So like you could reorganize your collection. I'm not sure how they're going to do that in this one, but yeah. Obviously, if I play the demo more, I probably might get an idea of that. But so yes, by default, I think you got six parking spaces. Okay, so like you can remove cars. So I suspect you can probably decide which car goes where. So like you can select like your 6 preferred vehicles. But yes, so that's probably where I'm going to leave it for this video, I reckon, because yeah, this video has been going on half an hour, and I think I've given you kind of a kind of a casual overlook of what this game is going to be. This game is going to be like. So that has been a look at the Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown demo. I'll probably need to play the demo a bit more before I make a decision on whether this game is worth me buying, because the other thing is, around that time we've also got confirmed that Astrobot is coming out the week before, and the fact that it has 80 levels, I am not sure how long that'll take, but I am interested in that. So I think as long as nothing gets announced, yeah, depending on what happens on the Xbox Showcase, because I'm recording this before that goes out, admittedly. I think it's between this or Astrobot for maybe a new game, maybe in this September. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, then please make sure to like this video and subscribe to know when my newest videos will be coming out. Hope you've enjoyed, and for now, this is SliferKing signing out.